Yeah, just let's start with the basics. Who and what is Clash Clash Bang Bang?
Clash Clash Bang Bang is a band that 4 aliens formed 10 years ago, and some bits are exchanged in between. So this is not the original formation, but now we will depart from Earth again.
Yeah, let's take that in the end of this interview. That's come through the grapevine, but let's start. What were the founding ideas and the ideas that you still stand by as a band?
We started the two of us first. We were first a duo, Lia and Gesche. And we realized it's very boring, especially on stage, if we were performing just the two of us. So we decided, let's find other people to form a band, and you brought two other guys.
Yeah, because I did some jam sessions with humans here on Earth, and there I collected the flesh and the bones.
And then we decided, okay, for the name, let's find something
clashy and bangy.
Yes. And also we decided for like the whole
concept.
Concept theme.
The theme, yes. And we are from different star bodies.
or
moons or planets or stars, even from stars.
I'm from Aldebaran, which is a red giant.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm from the greatest moon on of the Jupiter, so Ganymede.
I'm from Uranus.
Yeah, you pronounce
Uranus.
it right.
You can also say Uranus.
And I'm from the moon. The Earth moon.
The OG moon.
The old.
Well, from the beginning, and also mirroring to today. So, how would you describe your music and your lyrics?
It's space pop. We are only doing space pop, and this is something that once started as an electro clash bang band, and then it went on.
I think it's still electro clash space pop.
But we put a label on it, and
we use a lot of different influences and put it all together, so the Clash suits it.
Yes,
and it's all electric. So
and the theme of the topic of the lyrics is sometimes it's emotional.
When I write the lyrics.
Yeah, and sometimes it's more
nonsensical. When Gaffer writes the song,
or system critical.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Sometimes. Yeah.
How would you describe the music itself?
We are using technique of today, so we are using electronic instruments, and we are doing it not with a sequencer or a computer, but we perform live. So it's more a punky way of using electronic instruments without a metronome or something that, just keeps it technical.
And we are very diverse. The music is very diverse. That's what people say. Humans often say that you cannot really say, this is the style. You always hear that's us because of my voice. It's always the same.
Our instruments.
The instruments kind of also, but they're also have a lot of different shades.
Yeah, we're trying to do one song of each style so we can address and appeal to all humans on the planet.
Yeah, so could you tell me a bit about the songwriting process? So
yeah, we have one rule. So the person who writes the lyrics has the last word in decisions. So if two people like one idea, and I say I want to use this sound on the keyboard, and two people say we like it, and two people say we don't like it, then the one who wrote the lyrics, can decide.
Yeah, correct. And the one who the other things are individually different. So. For example, when Lia writes a song, then usually there is a melody on of it, and you have an idea how the song should go on.
I have an idea of the song, how it should sound or so, but I'm not an instrumentalist.
Yes.
So I write the lyrics and I have an idea for the lead melody.
Yeah, and then we have to find out which chords fit with her melody.
We offer some stuff, and Leah says no.
It's my favorite process, like writing songs, developing songs together. This is always what
Yeah.
gave me the most.
If I'm writing songs, then mostly I am coming with the whole idea and with the arrangement and everything. And we try to do it in the band. So usually it comes out something different as well.
Where do you get the inspiration for all of this?
Well, I cannot say much because I only have written one song for the band, but it was during a phase that I was listening to a lot of synthwave, especially the band Gunship. So I was just like, I want to make like a song that's a bit like Gunship with lots of like sci-fi kind of lyrics.
And sounds exactly like Gunship.
Well, I don't know. We'll see about the studio version, but yeah, that was my inspiration. I don't know about the others.
Well, I have many different inspirations. Mostly it's like everyday life or what is like a topic, an emotion, what is like very strong at the moment. And sometimes it's also like I want to write something in my character, like Bubble Dome, for example. Like I imagine how it would be on the moon, how is the dome with the bubbles and the aliens inside and they're bouncing around. And then, yeah, this is what
I think
beginning.
It's inspiring that we have this alien background. And when I have something I want to write about, then I have usually one metaphor or something, one image to show, and then I'm thinking about how would an alien talk about this, or how can we do it as Clash Clash and Bang Bang, and this turns it to something different usually. So yeah.
You kind of alluded to this already, but where does the name Clash Bang Bang come from?
Oh, this was from a former member. The original idea was from you, the Clash Bang.
Yeah, I was thinking about this movie and the song Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Clash, we wanted to do electro clash.
Correct, yeah. And we want something that bangs.
Although Alien, I kind of get the feeling that you still have a message in your music. So are you a political band?
Yes. Anti-fascism always.
Yeah, I don't understand the concept of fascism as well. This doesn't make any sense at all.
And I'd like to say we're all queer, feminist, leaning people. So, yeah.
And empathy and compassion. It's like something that I find very, very important and that is lacking very much nowadays.
Yeah, we've tried to support some queer pride events in the last few years. So showing up at like small towns and to perform there to support the local pride events. Yeah.
Yeah. We try to overcome gender and to overcome money. Personally, we did achieve both.
Great city of Berlin that we all live in. Berlin can be quite difficult for bands too. So what is your take on how is Berlin treating bands at the moment?
Ooh.
At the moment, it's very bad.
Yes, yeah. So we are here for 10 years, and when we started 10 years ago, it was a little bit better, I think so, and it turned worse. So there are less places to play, less places to perform, less places to rehearse.
Less money for cultural
Yeah, and
events.
they all want the bands to pay like in advance.
Pay to play.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. This is a concept that doesn't make sense either.
mhm.
Yeah, as you said, like you said 10 years ago already, so you have been in the game for longer time. So what have been like the biggest obstacles in your mind? And how did you overcome them, of course?
There are some stories. I would say when we had the first gig, then there were two guys that came to us and said, "Hey, we are a label. Don't you want to sign with us?" And we were like, "Oh, this is wow, this is working quite well." And there was this contract, and this label wasn't good at all. So this was an obstacle.
It was just a fraud, and
Yes, and we were quite naive, and
yeah. We
yeah.
didn't lose anything, but they also
Oh.
wanted us to pay something, and yeah, we got rid of it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Then there was an obstacle finding a rehearsal room, but at the moment we are quite happy. We are in the Rock House. We once rehearsed in the Orvo House, and these two are in risk situation at the moment. So I hope they will continue to stay and to, make it possible to create a band. Because if you have a name, if you get gigs, then it's okay. But to start a band, to get into the game, this is quite difficult. And I wouldn't say that we achieved this.
Yeah, the major obstacle I would say it's like the financial means too. If you want to create and make art, and no one is there to help you, and you need a lot of money to buy instruments, equipment, like microphones, everything. It's very expensive. So I think that's, in my opinion, one of the biggest obstacles.
Well, for me, the biggest obstacles were actually the member changes.
Oh, yeah.
Like when the first member, Corsair, left us, it was quite scary, but you were there very quickly, right? It was a very smooth transition.
Faye was just in my contact.
No,
Yeah, Geshe knows everybody.
You forgot about me.
Yes.
He already knew me, but he didn't think, oh, yeah, I know this person who plays keyboard. I met Corsair in the queue of a club, and then Corsair told me, hey, I'm leaving the band. And then I said, oh, I have to call Geshe.
Yes, yeah.
I thought it was Geshe who brought you.
No.
Mm.
Faye brought herself
And
into
so
the band.
this went quite smoothly, and fortunately it was a good change. We miss Corsair, of course, but we are also very happy.
Yeah, and the other band
Perfect.
member just left before Corona. So
Yeah.
we had some time to find something new.
Alexei.
Someone new. Yeah, Alexei, yes.
Setitov von Setitov.
Yes, and and then Corona was over, and
Well, Corona's not over.
but the restrictions, mostly were over, and we found this lovely Android.
We had
Yeah.
some trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Geshe was trying
is
to
the
convince
fourth,
me. Geshe was
version.
trying to convince me to join the band for like at least a year. I was like, oh my god, no, I've never played percussion. So like, no, like what the fuck? But yeah, in the end they convinced me. They told me there's costumes and you can dress up and like be weird on stage. So I
And
was
you
like,
told us, oh, it's that easy?
and I was like, oh, this is
Every monkey
is-
can do this.
this is not that hard. So I was like, okay, fine.
That was actually an obstacle with other drummers, that they were like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I don't know what to do with this.
So we are
pad.
not using a drum kit, but it's something.
A drum pad.
A drum pad, yes. And this is for the egos of some drummers, this is not acceptable.
Oh yeah, like after a concert last year, one guy came to me and said, "Hey, sorry, excuse me, why don't you have a drummer?" And I was like, I'm the drummer." Like,
Yes.
that was weird.
No
Yep,
big
correct.
thingies on stage.
Well, in Berlin, there's the do-it-yourself mentality, and as you said, there's been membership changes. So, how does that all fit with your clearly very visual style and,
Oh, let me answer this. The first thing that Geshe told me on the phone was, you want to be our keyboarder, but you have to wear red.
Yes.
Yeah, the color code. It was.
I was also forced to wear gold.
Yeah. The color. I wanted gold at the beginning, but Alexei wanted it, so I got silver. But I'm also fine with that. It suits the moon. But yeah, we Gesche was very, very firm on this. We have this color code and we have to keep it. It's green, gold, red, and silver, and we will keep it. Whoever comes after somebody who leaves, it has to be the same color.
Yeah, because we changed our equipment, and so it was not. Yeah. So
Yeah, the
this
lights were
has a-
programmed.
Yes, the lights were programmed exactly. And yeah, if you see someone different wearing red, then nobody will notice.
I wouldn't say that, but it makes it more smoothly, the transitions.
Generally, how do you write lyrics, and does your message seep into those?
Sometimes, so the last two songs from our last album, so this is In Style, and the other song, Green Dawn, that I wrote. This was just more or less a challenge for me, because Luna Facius, who is already also designing or who was designing the last album and is doing this at the moment, was doing some zines, and she was just saying, "Oh, this is the theme of the zine. Do you want to do something for the zine?" And the first theme was apocalypse. So I thought, okay, yeah, I can write something about the apocalypse. This was quite easy for me. So I was just going on, okay, yeah, the world is collapsing, but I will do it in style. So this is the theme of this song. And the other one was a bit harder. This was the resurrection after the apocalypse. And this was finding a turn. This is not too cheesy, but yeah, in the end it is cheesy. This was Green Dawn. So everyone, not everyone survived, but the humans were they were extinct, and the reptiles took over again, and this was the Green Dawn. This was the theme of the second song. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, one of the last songs I wrote was Bubble Dome.
Yeah.
I
Do
had
you
the
want to talk about Bubble Dawn? So
I had the idea when I was stoned. Actually, I was seeing it in my mind, and but
So it was a bubble.
but I also tried to make it as inclusive as possible, as diverse as possible, and yeah, we try to show that tolerance is important and that diversity is important, and yeah, but it's not like
And security is not important, but fun is important.
that's your text at the beginning. It's
Okay.
not mine.
So maybe outside the message, what is maybe the main emotion you wanna convey to the audience?
Is there a main emotion?
What emotions?
You don't.
I'm an android, so I don't have emotions.
But if you had emotions, what emotions would it be?
Fun!
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think the main emotions would be uplifting in a world that is not so uplifting. This is something that I wanted to express with Clash Clash Bang Bang.
I had some very melancholic
Melancholic.
songs. So I don't know. I go through all of the emotions.
Yeah, but I think in general with our presentation, like all the colors, like it's just want to be like over the top, colorful and trashy and loud and fun, and yeah, appeal to all the weird people out there.
Yeah, I think we hinted already on this in the beginning of the interview. So the band has been on this earth from 2014. So what have been the most memorable events or moments, most heartfelt, maybe?
A few not that good moments. I just remembered something similar. So once I forgot the keys from my flat, and I was not having anything, and I had to take the train in this outfit, and yeah, this was quite embarrassing.
And you
But-
forgot your guitar.
Oh, yes. One time Gasha forgot the guitar, which is like one of their
And
main
once it was
instruments.
broken. In Halle, but this was like, it was before the two of them. In Halle, we had a concert, and this was,
Yeah, this was
it was so shitty. There were like 5 other bands.
memories.
Like his guitar, like during our gig, it broke down, and there were like 5 other bands there.
with guitars.
And I went down from stage and asked like,
Yeah.
hey, has anybody, like, they were all like, oh, my guitar.
Yes.
This was
But in the end, we
in
were
the
the
end, we got
headliner.
them, yeah.
And this wasn't planned. So this had a good turn in the end. And yeah, most of my memories are positive. So usually the all the contact to our listeners is positive. All the people who got attention for us. Yeah, this response was very, very positive, and this was the main reason to go on.
Oh, I loved Fest der Vielfalt. We had it like, I think twice.
Yes.
There were a lot of children and teenies there, and they wanted like autograms and pictures, and we felt like rock stars.
Yeah, we were
This was
very
very
appealing for children,
special.
it seems. They were like drawing pictures of us.
Yes.
And they
Oh.
were very, very cute.
Yeah, that was a nice
They
experience.
also like to touch Gescha, right?
And they still have green hands.
Yeah, and it was also interesting to come back after like 2 years or so, and then I saw some of them who had already grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a round table of everybody picks one song and tells me why that song encapsulates Class Class Bang Bang.
I mean, encapsulate, I think it would be evolution of pop.
Yes.
Because it's like about us, like it's a meta song basically, where we're speaking about how we're coming to Earth to play music, and like we name our different stars and planets where we come from, and then we even sing the name of our band in the song. So this is like a song meant to interact a lot with the audience, because we say clash clash and you have to say bang bang, and that's kind of like a super fun song. And yeah, that's like I think one of the most enjoyable songs for us to play, and also one of my favorites. So that's definitely like, yeah, like the most song that kind of defines us most. And you should check the video on YouTube. It's fun.
Usually I would say Chasing the Moons. Just wrote this song some years ago, and this is about
At the very
moon.
beginning.
At the big, yeah,
It's
yeah,
one
quite,
of
yes.
the oldest
Yes.
that we have.
And this is still one of these songs that are aesthetically, a different side than Evolution of Pop. This is more the melancholic side of us, and not so much the fun part.
It's not so melancholic. It's also positive. It's like a more of a spiritual song.
Yes,
actually.
yes,
Like,
yeah, correct,
it's-
yeah, right. Yeah, but with a death, with a lot of death in it.
Yeah. Okay. It's not a fun song,
Yes.
but
Not
also
that
not negative or
Evolution
sad.
of Pop is more that fun
Fun.
and bullshit
Yeah,
parts. And I know it because I wrote the lyrics mostly. But the chorus was written by Faith.
Yeah, it was actually an addition. We had the song before on one of our albums, and it never felt that complete. And then when Faye was there, she was actually adding.
Yeah, the new version is also faster and more, invites you more to dance.
Yes.
No, maybe Stand By Only, because the part where we both play solo started the whole dynamic between Gesche and me, where we like to mock each other a bit, because our colors are so contrasting, and we kind of play against each other.
The whole concept that two people are playing one solo says everything.
Blind Eye. because it's also one of our very old songs. I think we also had it in the beginning. Gescher wrote it, and it has some of the old origins that were a little bit more gothic, a little bit darker. But we still love to play it. I don't know. It's still fun. It's kind of dark. I always think of Temple of Cult,
Sisters of
from
Mercy.
Sisters of Mercy. Yeah, it's always when I sing, I always think of the Sisters of Mercy. Well, anyway, this is something that we also, like Chasing the Moon, took with us from the beginning, and
Yes.
How does it feel, to think about the whole journey of the band?
Well, I've only been in the band for 4 years, which it feels like less, but like yeah, but of course it makes me very, very sad. But we have some new project already in mind, Gescher and I. And but yeah, it's still sad because, like, I don't know, it was a fun, it feels like, yeah, a part of me is kind of dying or something, because like I had to create this whole persona, like stage character, and like all the lore behind it, like where do I come from, why am I like this, like it's like there's a lot of lore that I came up with, and kind of became part of my identity as well, kind of outside of the band. So it's like, no, like this is I like this character, it's kind of part of me, so it's hard to let that go.
Yeah, okay, I'm the second youngest member. So for me, I already visited a gig of Clash Clash Bang Bang before I was a member. And I was also talking about maybe you should find a new keyboarder in the end. So my favorite outcome would have been that they continue without me and I could visit the gigs because yeah, my taste in music changed or went back to something else. Yeah, I would have loved to see more.
And do you have something in mind for your future?
Yeah, maybe. No.
Not yet.
I thought you wanted to play melodic metal.
Yeah, I'm actually more into symphonic metal and power metal, and so if you need a keyboarder.
Yeah. For me, so this whole journey feels very. I learned a lot. I learned very, very much about being a musician and doing live stuff and doing it with a band. I did music before. I scored music. But never performed with other people on a regular basis, and all the rehearsals. We came to the conclusion that it is kind of a therapy to have these rehearsals together. And this is something that I definitely will miss. And Eli just told you that we are doing something different, but we will continue to make music.
Yeah, for me, Clash Clash Bang Bang is something very special because I founded it with Gescher, and it feels like a little bit like a child or part of my life. I also feel like I grew up with it. And I remember the beginnings. I was so nervous on stage. It was so hard for me to get out of myself, and it took years. Like I feel like now we're the best when we stop. Even though I did other music before, as I sang Argentinian tango, I had another band also. But this is something very special. It's the same for me with the character, and yeah. So it's it was one of the most important things of my life, and it was in the last few years the only thing that kept me in Berlin. So, but then when Silke said, Faye, Entschuldigung, you have to cut it. When Faye said that she wants to do something else, and I was also, yeah, I had it in mind for a longer time. I will go to Spain, move to Spain. So, yeah. I thought like, okay, when Faye is gone, I don't want to go through this process again and find somebody else. And yeah, but I also will go on making music. I did a little bit myself already. Maybe I do this again, and then I will see what I find in the small town in Spain.
So you're moving to Spain because of me?
No, this was the plan before, but it was like, okay, then why don't I do it earlier? This was.